Chelsea host Everton to try and extend their unbeaten start to the season past their last international break of the year, but will have to improve drastically from last night's Europa League outing. Can Alvaro Morata keep his run going and score against the Toffees as well? Plus, Everton's star man is a doubt. To find out everything you need to know ahead of the game, make sure you watch all of this preview. Hello there guys and welcome back to 100% Chelsea for my preview of the Chelsea vs Everton game in the 12th round of the Premier League, taking place on Sunday afternoon at 2:15 PM UK time at Stamford Bridge. And it's a game I'm very much looking forward to. Like I said in the intro as well, we could extend our unbeaten start to the season until past the last international break, and that would just be a bit of a madness. Before getting into the preview, I'd appreciate it a lot if you could check out my social media and follow me over there on both Instagram and Twitter. It's Last1507 on both of them. As you can see over here, and the links to them are down in the description, so if you could follow me, that'd be absolutely class. And also, let's see whether I can hit 500 or more likes on this video. That would be massively appreciated, so make sure you smash that like button. It just shows us that you do enjoy our content, and it just kind of gives us a little bit of a boost when we're working a lot, and it just helps when you see that you do enjoy our content. But now getting into the preview and starting it off by speaking about our opposition, Everton. Now, Everton have had actually a decent start to the season, especially compared to last season where they had a horrible start basically, and also considering that they appointed a new manager in Marco Silva as their manager in the summer. And let's be honest, he's quite a bit different to Big Sam Allardyce in literally every way possible. Big Sam obviously being their previous manager before Marco Silva. But currently Everton do sit in 9th in the table on 18 points from 11 games with 5 wins, 3 draws and 3 defeats, while scoring 19 and conceding 15 goals. Their 3 defeats so far this season have come away at Arsenal and Man United, plus at home against West Ham back in September. But none of their 5 wins have come against anyone particularly impressive, as they, beat Brighton last week, Crystal Palace, Leicester, Fulham and Southampton. But they actually failed to beat the likes of Huddersfield and were also knocked out of the League Cup by Southampton on penalties in the 3rd round. Although it has to be mentioned that they did get unfortunate in quite a few of their poorer results, and also actually had players or a player sent off in quite a few of their games, which obviously then makes it a lot trickier to win again. While conceding 15 goals thus far isn't horrendous, by any stretch of the imagination, they've only managed to keep 2 clean sheets so far this season, and that was against Fulham and Crystal Palace, who both aren't exactly goal-scoring machines these days. So, I'd say we are pretty likely to score against them, but like I said, conceding 15 isn't all that bad. That's less than Man United, for example. But, getting into their formation and talking about, them a little bit more in detail, tactically kind of thing, they're basically always playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, basically every game so far this season. And in all of their recent games, their summer signing Richarlison, obviously who they signed from Watford for a lot of money, has started up front. And he's having a very, very good season, to be fair to him, having scored, 6 goals already, even though he missed 2 league games following a red card against Bournemouth. So, just 9 games, he scored 6 goals for Everton, fair play. But for the game against us on Sunday, Richarlison is actually a doubt. Marco Silva said in his press conference earlier today that, Richarlison only took part in individual training today, and they'll have to wait and see basically until tomorrow and Sunday, how he's doing and whether he can, make the game, whether, that is then starting or being on the bench. And the same goes for Jonjo Kenny as well, while Jagielka and McCarthy have returned from injury, but whether they'll actually feature, we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. Chelsea loanee Kurt Zouma has been a set starter at centre-back, for them next to Michael Keane, but of course is ineligible to play against us. And then, whether it's Jerry Mina, who they obviously signed from Barcelona, or Jagielka, or someone else that will replace Zouma, we'll just have to wait and see. But, he has been a starter for them. They have been doing pretty well, so it can only be an advantage to us that he, of course, can't play against us. Now, I did already mention Richarlison, and he's, of course, their most dangerous player. 6 goals, 9 games that he's played in is very good. But you also can't forget about Gylfi Sigurdsson, for example, who scored 5 goals already as well, and that from midfield rather than as striker. Plus, he has 2 assists to his name as well. So, he's having a good season. And also other summer signings like Andre Gomes from Barcelona and Bernard are finding their feet in England more and more and are playing well and, are getting just better and better, basically. And also Theo Walcott, he might not have had a great season so far, but, with his pace, he's always the threat, and, we have to watch out for him as well. Generally, Everton just have a good team with a lot of good players in pretty much every position. So even though, their away record this season has been rather poor, with only 1 of their 5 wins coming away from home, I do expect a very difficult game on Sunday. I mean, of course, if Richarlison was to miss the game, that would make us even stronger favourites than we already are. But, still, I'm expecting a difficult game whether he's fit or not. But that's then really it about Everton. Now, you should know by now that following a Thursday Europa League game, there are no pre-match press conferences on Friday ahead of the Premier League. So, there is no press conference today. And also, Sarri's press conference after the game last night, there was nothing really said that is worth mentioning ahead of the Sunday game now in this video. So, basically nothing to talk about, and just getting straight into Chelsea and talking about the lineup that I think will play on Sunday. Unless there's a surprise injury before Sunday, I think we can be pretty certain on pretty much the full team that will start on Sunday. I mean, let's be honest, Kepa Arrizabalaga will start in goal again. Of course he will. The back four will change completely from yesterday. So let's be honest, it's just going to be Azpilicueta as the right back, Alonso as the left back, and then the two centre backs of Rudiger and David Luiz. Then in midfield, there's actually one I'm not 100% sure about. I mean, Jorginho basically always starts in the Premier League, but he obviously was forced to play the full 90 minutes last night with Fabregas suffering from a fever and not travelling to Belarus. So maybe if Fabregas has recovered from his fever by Sunday and Jorginho is tired after playing the full 90 last night, maybe, just maybe, Fabregas will start there, although I doubt it, but that is, I suppose, a possibility. Then N'Golo Kante will start as on the right side of our midfield three, of course, and I'm pretty sure Kovacic will start on the left, as obviously Barkley started the game last night, and the Croatian Kovacic only came on with 20 minutes to play. That always, at least so far this season, that has always been a strong hint and a strong indicator, as to who will start the next game, basically. And then the front three, you basically have to assume that Eden Hazard will start again. Obviously, Sarri said he has, just got game time, basically, yesterday with that hour that he played. So, pretty sure he will start on Sunday. Willian should start on the other side, as obviously Pedro started yesterday. And, Willian only played the last half an hour, pretty much. And then, obviously, it will be Alvaro Morata that starts up front. He was rested against Bate Borisov yesterday, remained in London, didn't even make the trip. So, he should be just fine. He should be fully rested. And let's hope he can keep his goal-scoring run going. Except this big maybe for Fabregas instead of Jorginho. I would be very surprised if Sarri didn't start with, that lineup that I just went through and that you can see on screen as well. But if you watched the game yesterday and or, have seen my review, check it out, by clicking the card up there. If you haven't seen it, you'll know that we didn't play well at all yesterday. Like, not at all, and got very lucky that we actually did win the game. Now, of course, I am expecting around 8 changes in my predicted lineup. I'm expecting 8 changes from the game yesterday to Sunday, and especially the fullback 4 changing and Kante coming into the side will make a big difference, but still we will have to improve quite drastically to get the 3 points against Everton. Most importantly, we have to move the ball much, much quicker. We were way too slow in releasing the ball, in moving, the players themselves, they didn't move enough as well, but especially the, moving the ball around, that was just horrible. We have to be more accurate with our passing, we have to be smarter with our passing as well, not just pass as always, especially the 3 midfielders. We also have to press a lot more and better and smarter and just with a lot more intensity as well, and of course make sure that we don't leave ridiculous gaps and make silly mistakes as well. And as ever, creating chances and taking those chances is always crucial if you want to win a game of football. And our striker scoring would also be very helpful as well. And to be honest, at the moment, you just have to feel confident in Alvaro Morata to keep his scoring run going, basically. I mean, do you? Let me know that in the comments, but I do feel confident in him at the moment. Even with last night being everything but great, except for the result, basically, the confidence within the team, especially the guys that play in the league every week, must be close to boiling over. I mean, even if we're in the Europa League, being unbeaten in all competitions by November 9th is quite frankly ridiculous. And it's not like we drew half of our games either. We played 17, won 14 and drew just 3. That is quite a ridiculous stat. To be the only team in Europe's top 5 leagues to still be unbeaten is incredible. And, to remain unbeaten until after the last international break of the year, which obviously takes place next week, would be kind of mind-boggling. Like, very, very impressive that would be, and nothing I would have ever expected at the start of the season. So how about we do win on Sunday and make it 15 wins from 18 games with 3 draws? I would be in favour of that because that would just be incredible. Like I said, I do expect a very tricky game against Everton, but I still think that we're going to get that win. I do think that Morata will get another goal, maybe 2, that would be great. And with that said, I'll go for a 3-1 score prediction. Or do I go 2-1? I'm not sure. No, let's go 3-1. Let's go 3-1. I kind of sometimes have to make these score predictions up on the spot. Unless Richarlison isn't fit, then I might go 2-0 or even 3-0. I think without Richarlison, they might not score. With him, I'm pretty sure they will get 1. But yeah, that is my score prediction. Let's go 3-1. Let's stick with that for now. And if we do win, while good old Jose Mourinho does us a favour and beats Man City, we can actually go top of the league. So, let's make sure we get the 3 points ourselves and hope that Agent Jose, does us a job, even though he took points from us with them, at Stamford Bridge. But, let's hope he does a job for us on Sunday. That would be, of course, very good, to overtake City. Do I expect them to beat City? Not really, but maybe they'll take some points of them at least. That would be very good. So let's make sure we get the 3 points ourselves. But yeah, that's really it for me. Leave me all of your thoughts ahead of the game down in the comment section below. Do you think Morata can keep scoring? Leave me your score predictions and predicted lineups down in the comment section below. And any other thoughts you have also down in the comment sections. Like I said in the beginning, let's aim to reach 500 or more likes. That would be incredible. So make sure you smash the like button down below. We would actually massively appreciate that. Of course, don't forget to check out my social media, which is Loud50-7 on both Instagram and Twitter. as you can see over here, and also the links to both of them are down in the description, so if you could follow me there, that'd be class. And of course, this is YouTube, so if you haven't already, do make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea. And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell button and choose to be notified about all uploads. Whether you're a new subscriber or an old subscriber, make sure you click the notification bell button so you don't miss any of our future videos. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Very much looking forward to the game. Up the Chelsea, and I'll see you next time.